if you're in a friendship and you're the one that's constantly making movements, you need to be with other people that are constantly making movements because your wins will sound like bragging to stagnant people.
Yeah.
Always.
Hey guys, welcome to the
GNS
GNS podcast.
I'm your host, Gael.
And I'm your host, Samay.
And
this is our first podcast episode on our new podcast.
Welcome. We decided to make this podcast as a way to kind of give each other a voice to talk about our experiences and the learning curves that it came with. And, if this does actually go well, we might end up bringing some people on here to talk about their experiences
Yeah.
and, bring profound wisdom to the table. And yeah.
In our first podcast episode, we want to talk about the shifts that happens in friendships and how we can recognize it and notice it and learn from it and grow from it.
Mhm.
So we want to talk about the shift from everyday friends to close friends and how close friends can either be the best part of our lives or either the worst part of our lives. Like
Yes.
it truly just depends.
Yes. Yeah, so this episode is a way to tell if a friend is in competition with you or if your friend just does not like you.
I have a question for you actually.
What?
So, what are your first signs that you see in somebody where you're like, okay, this person feels certain way about towards me, and this the way they move towards you speaks volumes, and you're like, yeah, this person is weird.
Me personally, I'm going to start this off pretty strong here. Obviously, I'm somebody that's trying to grow my account and I'm trying to grow my career, my multi careers, everything. And I tend to find that when I used to have like close friends, they would support me like from like in the beginning, they would support me, but like the more consistent I become, like of course like your friends are not your fans, like obviously, but like a little support goes a
Yeah,
long
that's what
way.
I was about to say that,
'Cause
like, friends,
if you're
like
just starting
supporters.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, like supporters. Yeah.
Yeah. And I found that like a few friends were like not like supporting or like not giving, like they would obviously see the videos, like they would bring the videos up to me, but for some reason I would never see them publicly engaging with my posts or like publicly engaging with me at all or anything. And I think that's a sign that like if somebody isn't publicly supporting you or like they can't publicly say that like they're associated with you, that just means that they've already talked behind your back with other people. So now it's like they can't double down and go back to being supportive of you and
Knowing
what
what
you're
they already,
doing
yeah.
because now other people are watching what like they're doing and like what and keeping up with like you guys' like relationship.
Yeah, that's true. I know a lot of people go through this where it's like they have friends who follow them on social media and they don't like anything about them, but they see everything. That's for sure. Like they'll see it, but they won't
Yes.
engage with it. They won't like it. And for me personally, I think there's like a line that like if it gets crossed and it's like, okay, now I finally see you're weird, because if it happens a couple times, it's like, okay, you see my post, but you're not liking it. Maybe you're scrolling past it. I'm gonna make excuses for my friend.
And it's like it's even worse when they're not able to do it for you, but they're able to do it for everybody else. Like watch out for the people that can't with you but can with everybody else. Like that's really
good.
what tells you like where you stand with that person, because hope might blur the line, but like deep down you know where you stand with that person. You can't be understood by somebody who's committed to misunderstanding you. It was never about you.
Yeah.
It was never about you.
But it's always about them.
Yep.
It's always about them though, you guys.
If you come around somebody's family and their whole like family is like iffy and stuff and like they act like they don't know you or they act like you're just like a weird stranger and you're supposedly supposed to be an important person in that person's life, I got some news for you, honey. Like it's not that.
If somebody invites you personally into their space and their family's acting weird towards you or everybody's giving you weird energy, use your discernment here.
Use your discernment.
And
use it.
Yeah. Don't ever ignore your intuition and the gut instinct, because there's been times where it's truly saved people's lives. Like just trusting your instinct, using your discernment, everything, it all works out in the end, you guys. Like even if in the moment they see you as somebody who's paranoid, who's stubborn, who's like, yeah, it doesn't really matter because it's what you think about yourself.
Like when it comes to your boundaries and when it comes to using your discernment, you have to be able to trust yourself and trust in the decision that you're making, like that it's going to work out either way. That brings me back to like my freshman year of high
Mm.
school, and fresh out of quarantine, everybody is
Yeah, because
going.
that's when we started school, like
Yeah,
fresh out
that's
of
when we
quarantine.
met.
Yeah, yeah, fresh out of quarantine was what our freshman year of high school.
I
Yeah,
gotta say, like, everybody was on one.
everybody was on one
Everybody was on one.
because nobody
Okay.
knew how to act.
Yeah,
Like
it's
we
like
were online,
we ain't never been outside before.
for long period of time. So
Hmm.
us just being it in person, just it made people go crazy a little bit. People
A
couldn't
little
contain
bit.
themselves, but
I had met this girl during my trying out for volleyball and all of that. We had gotten close, you know. We kind of like formed a little quadruple, a little, you know, a little group. But me and that girl specifically were like closer than everybody else in the group, I guess. I have this very specific example I
mm-hmm.
just thought of right now. We're all in the bathroom. It was during a game, and she's just like body checking in the mirror, and we're all just like, you know, minding our business. We're all just using the bathroom, you know, type shit. She just starts to like compare everybody in the group and like,
Like their bodies,
yes, and like saying, oh, like I'm skinnier than you, da da da. And then
girl.
I come up in the line and she's like, yeah, like mind you, like we're the same size. Like I might have been a bit like bigger, you know,
I think
fatter
I know who you're.
ass,
I
you
think yeah.
know.
Like it gives you do it often because if you're doing it around a whole group of other girls and comparing their
Hmm.
bodies, everyone's gonna think you're a weirdo.
Yeah, like that's
Obviously,
really
that's
weird.
weird.
That's really weird. And like this girl, like she would just have like random tantrums like towards me and just like I don't even know why I stayed friends with her actually. I think it was just the fact that I was just a freshman like experiencing new things and I didn't really know how to like stand firm on my boundaries, but she would just throw tantrums towards me like if I wouldn't do anything she said, like she would just be like, "Okay, we're stop being friends." And then she would come back and like it was just like emotional like homoerotic friendship that she was trying to have with me and it was just never going to happen.
But I remember I would always see her and the girl she was referring to in the hallways, just walking around, and they seemed like two pods in a like
Two
two
peas in a
peas in a pot.
pod.
Like they looked like two girls who were really close friends, tied to the hip, best friends. But that's also another topic where people can seem so close and be so distant at the same time.
Yes.
It's yeah, and
Yes.
I know I have another story about that as well. I met a new girl, and I feel like she was really nice. You know, at first it was really nice. I feel like we were totally different, by the way. Like we
Mhm.
were totally different people. We had different interests, but I feel like she was somebody who was really sweet, somebody who was really nice. We pretty much hit it off, and then everyone was like, "Oh, you can't see Sime without this person. You can't see her without Sime." I can't really speak for her, but I'll speak for myself here, and I can say that our whole friendship it low-key did feel one-sided, and I felt as if that I was putting myself way out there more than she was. I was the one who was always, you know, putting in the effort, like going over
Mhm.
to her place,
Mhm.
doing this for her, doing that for her, and I felt like I low-key at some point outgrew that. After a while my frontal lobe started developing and I was like, okay, maybe this connection isn't something I would see that would like work out long term.
Mhm.
But yeah.
That also brings me back to like another point. If you're in a friendship and you're the one that's constantly making movements, you need to be with other people that are constantly making movements because your wins will sound like bragging to stagnant people.
Yeah.
Always.
At times, I was scared to do certain things. I was scared to experience certain things or see or witness certain things because
Mhm.
I'm like, oh, like she wouldn't be there to experience it with me. But like, this is my life we're talking about here. So
Yeah.
if I want to go experience something and see something, I will go see that. I can confidently say that after me and her stopped being friends, I've been the happiest person I've ever been. But I low key feel like I've totally changed and became a totally different person because I've been able to go out there and meet new people,
Mhm.
experience new things,
Mhm.
go on these little trips where I meet these little cute people and just
Mhm.
everything. I'm so in love with the predicament that my life is in right now and the experience that I've had, and I'm so extremely grateful for it.
Dating stagnant
Mm.
people will have an impact on you. My latest relationship, I would say that she was a very stagnant person and I was always moving. I was always making movements. I was always on the next thing or trying to do the next thing, you know? Like even if I was doubting myself, I would still try it out, you know,
Mm-hmm.
all of that. I just remember like if I was trying to like record a get ready with me, like guys, like obviously this is social media, da, 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 but this is what I want to do with my life. So if this is what I want to do with my life, like I should be able to just do that, you know? I would feel like I was being rushed, like she would throw tantrums, like she'd be like, "Oh my god, like let's go, like you're doing the most," like da da da, like
It's giving not supportive. I'm sorry. If you can't just wait a few minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes for your partner to finish getting ready and finish and that makes them happy, there's something wrong with you. Because what? Like, you can't just wait a few minutes for your partner to finish something knowing that the outcome of it, they'll be happy about it. And
Yeah.
it's just weird that it's just giving you don't want them to see, you don't want to see them happy.
I felt like if any time I was like taking the time to focus on school or like focus on something that I wanted to, grow for myself, I would just get a paragraph like 2 hours later. Why are you ignoring me? Why are you da da da? And it's not even the fact that I wasn't like communicating or anything. Like I feel like I very much gave that respect and I gave the communication for her to feel reassured. But like I think it was just a matter of the fact that she wasn't doing anything with her life, so it felt like me doing something with mine was me leaving her behind and like me
It's intimidating.
disregarding her. Yeah,
Yeah, it was intimidating. It was intimidating to her.
for
Like,
sure.
me personally, the way I feel about her recent relationship, I don't really want to share my opinions on that just yet. But I will say that it low key did feel as if that you were moving at a totally different pace than she was,
Yeah, for
and
sure.
everybody
And it
who,
still
yeah,
shows. It still
yeah, it's still so, which
shows.
is really sad, honestly. Anybody who knows Gael personally knows, like, if you saw her past relationship, you can confidently say that
I won.
you won. Like, she won, and she's the way, like, the when they were dating, guys, the timeline they were moving at was totally different.
No, yeah, and I remember literally having a conversation with Same during the beginning of my senior year, and I was just like, I just feel like I have all these things I have to hold on to right now, and I'm trying to like, what was it? Like
I think
like
it
I
was just you carrying too much, and it felt, and her it being your senior year, I think it just was a cherry on top.
yes, and like whole college process, and I'm here trying to worry about a relationship
With
and
somebody who's extremely fucking childish, by the way. A relationship could work if you and the person
both
have
want it to
goals.
work.
You
Yes.
and the person both have goals. That's it.
Yeah.
Because if you have goals and they have goals, you'll focus on yours, they'll focus on theirs, and you guys can build together. Literally, you just
Perfect.
did it, perfect timing. You guys can build together. But if one person is literally goalless and the other one is
Goalless.
has goals, then they're gonna thrive, and the other person will feel intimidated, insecure,
For
and
sure.
I think the way it ended just
It was
showed. It
honestly
showed how insecure and just sad.
like the person who it was with definitely told me what I needed to know, because you know what that also brings me back to, when me and the girl from my freshman year, we kind of stopped being friends, and me and the girl that I did date, this is really messy, you guys. We had like gotten into an argument about like something, and I remember I was just like really upset about it, and literally 30 minutes later, I get a text from the girl who I used to be friends with my freshman year, and she's like, yeah, you can't fight your own battles. And I'm just like, when did we end this relationship on such bad terms? Like, it wasn't until the summer of 2024, like late summer of
Yeah.
2024, around this time, that she like had followed me on Instagram, and I was just like, huh, like I wonder what this is all about. I remember my friends that were still friends with this girl even after everything that had happened were trying to tell me like, oh yeah, like she's changed, like she wants to be friends with you again. And yeah, and the girl started sending me like, do you know how psychological that is, to treat me terribly during our friendship and then reveal your character afterwards, and then to come back and try to act like you change and come back into my life only to be the reason why I'm like evolving even more again and again and again. Like, that is actually like, I would actually be very upset if I was her. Like,
And for me personally, I
it's
think a
it's embarrassing.
person can only change when they're not in that same environment or friend group anymore.
Yeah,
That's
you
the
will
only
not
way.
grow in an
Yeah,
environment
you
that
will.
is meant to break you in the
Yeah,
first place.
it wouldn't. It just wouldn't work. Because if you think
It
about it,
wouldn't.
how are you telling me you changed, but you're hanging out with the same exact people, behaving the same exact way? it's you didn't change, and
There's no nothing. Like, I'm glad she took that burden off of me. Like she can handle it, obviously.
yeah, and if
She
you,
wanted
yeah,
it.
you wanted that burden, babe, so you got it. Like, now
Take
you can't
it.
even complain for real. Yeah, and
Yeah.
you can complain, but just not to her, okay? Just not to
I
Gaio.
can't
Yeah,
help you no more.
yeah. Oh, I don't think you mentioned how she cheated on you with her.
Oh my
I don't think
god.
that. I think
I
that just
was
gives like the context that we needed. You guys, we're only saying this because
this is what it was. Like it was insecurity and the need to kind of make me feel like I was less than because they felt threatened by me. During that period of my life, like I was actually very like self-conscious about like my academics and like where I was in life and everything. And to have somebody be in competition with me and like actively try and seek out and to like to hurt me like that, even while I was like doubting myself, like it tells me everything I need to know, not only about myself, but about them too.
if they're feeling a certain way that day, you will too. Like that's literally
Exactly.
how these toxic people function and how these
Exactly.
insecure people function. Because if they wake up one day and they look in the mirror, like, oh, like their body checking, oh, like I look off today, they're gonna go
Mhm.
and call you fat. Like that's literally like how it goes,
That's
y'all.
what it was
That's literally
though.
how it goes.
That's what
Like
it was for sure. And another topic of conversation is if you have a friend and they're friends with people who actively tried to hurt you or did hurt you, that's not your friend. Like that person wants to see you fail. Like they want to see you fail, and like there's nothing else I can say for that. Like no one that actually genuinely likes you as a person and genuinely wants the best for you is going to hang out with somebody that tried to hurt you or try to cause harm to you. Like that's not
yeah,
how it works.
majority of all my old friendships, it was like that, where I
Mhm.
would tell somebody that this person or these group of people did this to me, or
Mhm.
they treated me so, and this is how I felt, and
Mhm.
they would be like, okay, yeah, I hear you out, Sime. You're totally right. They're so fucked up.
Mhm.
And then 3 weeks later, or a month later, or 4 months later, they're with the person, hanging out with them, and that's after we fall off. So it's like, come on,
Exactly.
girl.
Exactly. And when we're talking about that whole topic of conversation, or at least my situation, we kind of like had dated within a friend group, and after everything had happened, they all just despaired. And honestly, then I was just like, wow, like I really wanted you guys as my girlfriends and in my life and like the people I wanted to grow with.
Because
But
they
when
seen
you're
you grow up. That's the
yes,
saddest
when you're
part.
the youngest person in the group and you're the one making the most movement and the most impact and the most everything, I have some news for you. Like you got to get around people that are winners, like that are like people that are go-getters, people that are not bums, okay? Like you need to be able to surround yourself around people that want the best for themselves and want the best for you. Time you avoid discomfort, you're reinforcing the belief that you can't handle
Yeah.
it.
Every single time you second guess yourself, you're like, oh, maybe this person isn't that bad. You know, maybe this
Mhm.
relationship isn't that good for me. You're setting
You're,
yourself back.
yes,
And
you're that's a lesson to be learned.
mhm.
You're setting up a lesson.
Yeah, every single time. The second you forgive that person and you dismiss their actions and you let them back into your life over and over again, the more you're just diminishing your self-worth, because
Mhm.
you're showing this person that disrespect is okay,
Mhm.
that putting you aside is okay, and just ignoring you, disrespecting you is perfectly fine, which is unbelievable because I wouldn't stand for that shit. Literally, it's called growth, and it happens to people who want it.
Yeah.
That's literally it. Growth happens to people who want it.
If you want better, better will come. And at that point in my life, I feel like I wanted better. And that's why everything happened the way it happened. It just had to, it
Everything
told me
unfolded
everything.
beautifully.
You know what? Like, during that time period, I actually read back one of my journals
Hmm.
and I was just like literally going on a whole rant. I was just like, I just feel like this whole thing is just so consuming. I'm always the one giving, da 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 da, and like nobody is actually like supporting me for real. Like I don't feel like I actually have like genuine friends who care about me. Like they wouldn't even check up on me.
So you have to really rewire your brain to recognize that, okay, I ignored all these patterns before. How can I
Mhm.
stop it from happening again?
It hurts. Like it's
It
even I feel
really,
like it's more frustrating when like after everything kind of happens and you're just like sitting, and boom, it pops up and you're just like fuck, like how did I let that slide? How did you not get slapped? Like,
I'm gonna get
how?
that get back again if I get life.
Trust
Trust me.
me.
Like that's literally it's
Like,
no, seriously though. There'll be times where I'm just sitting on my bed watching TV and then these like flashbacks come into my mind of all
and
these
it's like,
people. Literally.
release
It,
me.
it literally feels like I'm getting a fucking
Sit my
vision
back.
about these people and how bad they did me. And
Hmm.
I'm like, yeah, I need to get my leg back, but I remember who I am, and I'm like, yeah, I can't
Yeah,
do that to myself
no
anymore.
revenge because being myself already made you get out of character. Like, I don't need revenge. I just gotta be myself. I just gotta walk into rooms, make an impact, move bitches with my words, and yeah.
Yeah, just be
And boom,
wholeheartedly
got them
you.
upset just like that.
Be wholeheartedly you because when
Yes,
you're you,
authentically
yeah,
you.
and when you're you and you show up as you and not nobody else, you'll stand out.
You
You
will.
will stand out. I
You
promise you
will.
guys, you will,
You will.
because you're not
And everybody
masking.
notices. Like, they might not say it to you, but trust me, like, you might be self-doubting while somebody else is out there wondering how you do it all. And honestly, that brings me back to your situation too. Like, after everything had happened, and you like, well, not
Because I want to say,
everything had happened, but this girl that she was friends with, like, she obviously knew about like a situation that she had went through with a certain girl. And when it came to like letting go of that girl, even though they were never close, she just couldn't do that. And honestly, I noticed it, like, I think I noticed it first because she just wasn't at school like when it started like
yeah,
unfolding and stuff. And I when I noticed it, I was just like, hmm, and then I brought it up to her and I was just like, yeah, like, that's not a friend of yours. Like, and mind you, we were all like really, really close. Like, this was
yeah,
somebody
we
that I
were.
actually like really liked as my friend. Like, I was just like, oh, like, this is what you're doing. Like, this is what the type like timing it's on. And like, even with that whole situation too, like, I was also trying to distance myself from that girl. And she just like disregarded both of us and went to the girl. And it was just like, oh, like, that tells me everything I needed to know. And that tells me everything about how she felt about you during the whole relationship,
Yeah, the whole
even
time.
though you were the one that was constantly providing and constantly like uplifting
Yeah,
and being
because
the one to make, like, basically allow her to know herself today.
I'm not gonna glaze myself here, you guys. I want to make it clear that when I stopped being friends with this girl, I was in no way like rude, disrespectful towards her. I simply told her that it was time for us to just move on. Like we've been friends for a long time, and we've learned from each other. And I think I reached a point in my life where I'm like, okay, I'm ready to go on my own now. I'm ready just to be
Sometimes not everybody is meant to come on the next
yeah,
chapter with you.
yeah. That's and I obviously she was hurt by it. How are you gonna act this so heartbroken over our friendship ending? Whole time you didn't even see the signs that were there,
Yeah.
indicating that our friendship was literally ending right before your eyes.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just weird, and that other girl is another topic in itself.
Oh,
Guys, we know so many weirdos.
she is one of the many weirdos you will ever meet. I don't think I've ever.
If she comes around you, tell you a story,
Do not believe her. She
don't
has a
believe
story for
her.
everything. After
If
receipts.
she has the audacity to go online and post about it or speak up, because bitch, I know you won't. Like I know you won't. Like I know you. Like I know you won't.
Like, she knows better than do that. Like, I have receipts after receipts for every one of y'all. Every one of you bitches that have done me wrong, I got you. Talk about me, I can easily disprove it.
Like that, like this.
Like,
It's a Canada event. It's a Canada event,
yeah.
honestly.
And honestly, wait, the person doesn't even have to be friends with you to be in competition with you. Like, oh my god.
Oh,
There has been many people that have been in situations where they had more than me and still managed to like try to put me down or like try to belittle me and make me feel like I was less than. And honestly, what I have to say to those people today is like, you're a fan now. You're tuned in. You're like watching this right now.
you're like watching
Like,
like this right now.
yeah,
Like
like, you're right here right now. Like, this is crazy. Like, when you really think about it, and it's so crazy when I look at like, okay, like, this is not supposed to sound sad or whatever. Like, if it sounds sad to you, then it sounds sad to you. But when I like check my admirers on Instagram or something, and it's like that girl is like always there, it just tells me everything I needed to know. Cause like, bitch, you're a fan. Watch out for the signs. Like, watch out for the jokes people make with you. Watch out for the way they act when it comes to people that have caused you harm. Watch out for the way they talk about other people, because if they talk about other people that way, they're definitely talking about you that way. And do not be afraid to outgrow people without guilt. Like, do not be afraid. Like, the more you keep the more you keep yourself in a certain predicament, the more lessons you're going to have to learn with that certain predicament.
And then you're gonna look back and you're gonna be like, oh, like this whole time, that's what I was doing,
And
and
it's
you're gonna feel so behind
and it's
because
lessons that you didn't have to go through
yeah,
in
you
order
really
to
didn't.
learn.
You only had to go through it once, not 5 times, babe. This is something that could literally ruin your life. Bad
Yeah.
friends can ruin your life.
Yes.
Bad people can ruin your life, literally.
It can
So
cost you your life.
yeah, it can either cost you your life.
Because jealousy,
It makes or breaks.
animosity, it can get really intense. People experiencing jealousy and ego, they don't care about the lengths they have to go through in order to cause you harm. They don't, because at the end of the day, they're insecure. They don't like themselves. They're trying to make you feel that same feeling that they're feeling inside of, like, about themselves.
Yeah. Thinking back on it, and it's like the friendships that you form in your early teenage years, we're 18 now, but looking back on the friendship I formed when I was 14, 15, 16, it impacted me heavily now. Like the lessons I've learned, the shit that people put me through when I was 14 years old, friendship wise, is insane to me. And there's things that I 14-year-olds girls don't need to go through. 14-year-old boys and girls do not need to go through that.
At all. Obviously, like, this whole topic is so, like, wide, and there's so many things that could play into this, and I wish we could have touched on all of them, but obviously, like, that's impossible to do. Take these, like, examples as a way to kind of, like, learn. Like, if somebody is acting this way towards you, here's what you need to do: leave.
Remove yourself from that situation.
Yes, remove yourself.
Remove yourself.
Go. Like, trust yourself to know that your life will flourish in their absence. Trust
Absolutely.
that. Trust
and
that.
we're living proof, you guys.
We're living proof. I mean, we're here right now to tell you about our testimony.
Because we have reached a point of our lives where
we're tired of it.
We're tired of it. And
we're tired of the pretending, of everybody pretending that, like, this is not, like, an actual, like, serious issue. Like, obviously not everybody knows about it, but, like, the people that do try to disregard it and stuff, like, especially with my situation too.
Yeah.
Like, they try to disregard it and try to act like I'm just talking about it. Like, this is drama for you. This was my life. This was something I had to deal with and I had to wake up to almost every day. Like, this was my reality at one point.
It took days, weeks, and just for you to process it.
Yeah.
And to accept the.
And I couldn't even process it because I was constantly being reminded of it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's like, true.
So, what you reap, you will sow. What you sow, you will reap.
You reap what you sow.
Yep.
Yep. And whichever way it is, it still applies.
You know what we mean.
Yeah, you know exactly what we mean. Yeah, you guys know.
You know who the fuck I am. And honestly, to end this off, my very last piece of advice is to ask people what their intentions are with you, because what somebody, like, if they're not able to give you a clear answer, or if they're not able to give you an answer at all, like, that should tell you enough that, like, that person should not be in your life. Like, what are you here for? Like, what are you helping me do in my life that I can't do for myself, you know?
I want to add, my last piece of advice is to feel confident in your own growth. Feel confident in your own growth. If you feel like someday you wake up and you're like, okay, maybe I want to be, it doesn't matter if you were a stripper yesterday, you want to be a priest tomorrow. It's going to happen, you guys. You just have to fully believe in the fact that, like,
that's your reality.
It's your reality. Like,
yes.
You can shift your reality. You can change your reality to anything.
Stripper.
But yeah. So is that what you want to say? Yeah. And I think this is the kind of the wrap of our first episode here on our podcast.
And if anybody asks, say GNS told you so.
And if they're asking you, where's you getting this tea from? It's from us, you guys. We're telling you, we're spilling all the beans to you guys. Well, we didn't really spill everything, but this is just one of many podcast episodes that we're planning on.
Yes, we're dropping Easter eggs right here.
Yeah. And yeah, that's the end of our podcast. We hope you guys enjoyed, and if you guys made it all the way through, then we really appreciate you guys, and we are so excited for this new chapter of our lives we're doing.
We're excited to make movements.
Yeah, and prosper from here on out.
Yes, and flourish.
GNS out.